Aloha. In this short lecture, I'm going to go over project number 2 guidelines. And in this project, you are going to be involved in the mobile design process, steps 1, 2, and 3. So the project purpose is for you to utilize the mobile design process, which is an organized and strategic process utilized by mobile designers to create great visual mobile app designs. And as mentioned in lecture 4, these are sort of all the key competencies that you guys are going to be going through and learning in the mobile design process. So there are 2 tables below with all the details and instructions you need for each deliverable for this project. You can also reference all the assignments, all the online lectures and lecture slides, all the assigned readings, including the online website links for weeks 1 through 10, the Apple Human Interface Guidelines, student wireframe examples provided below, and if you want to, you can check out wireframing online applications such as Balsamiq. Very important, delivery, submission, and instructions. You are going to create a Trello board for this class, and on your board, you are going to attach all your respective deliverables directly to your Trello board. On March 19th, when you've turned in all your deliverables, and I just noticed that the year here is incorrect. It should be March 19th, 2018. Once you are done with all your final deliverables, please send me just a note in Laulima under project number 2 assignment that you submitted all your final deliverables and everything is ready for final grading. So for project number 2, as I mentioned, there are 2 tables that list this first table here lists the actual deliverables and some information regarding submission format, things to reference, the total number of points, and when that deliverable is due. So notice here, I want to point out, I'm not going to point out all of these, but let's just go through deliverable number 1, which is create MDP Trello board, and you're going to do that online. You're going to sign up at Trello.com, and it's worth 5 points, and it is due on February 28th. Now, the reason why it's due early is because this is where I'm going to be checking and commenting on your progress. You are going to also be attaching your assignments to those respective deliverables. And I'll go over Trello in the next video so you have a sense of how to set up your Trello board. So just make sure this is a very important column here that you know when that specific deliverable is due. So as you notice, some deliverables are due on 2/28. For deliverable number 4, please pay close attention that the survey needs to be created by February 28th and you need to collect responses by 3/9 or March 9th. Okay? If you have any questions about any of the deliverables or if things are confusing, please feel free to email me and I will get back to you. So as you notice, they're all separated out depending on what step in the mobile design process you're in. So there are 11 deliverables for project number 2. Here is the second table, and this is the special instructions for each deliverable. I'm not going to go through this right now because you can go through this on your own, but I have special instructions here for each of those deliverables and what you should do for that deliverable. So please be sure to follow my instructions. Once again, if you're confused about my instructions, just send me an email and I'll be happy to answer it for you. Couple of things to note here for deliverables 10 and 11. There are examples of those deliverables from former CM400C students. So you need to make sure that you review those deliverables. And also, I added in these deliverables so that you're well aware of the quality of work that is expected for your deliverables. Um, I do want to note here, though, that for the first draft of your wireframes, it's okay for it to be hand sketched, but it needs to be legible. However, the user scenarios, so the user descriptions here need to be typed out. So you're going to have to scan your hand sketched wireframes and then you're going to put it in a Google slide or something and then add a text box. And I want you to actually type out the user descriptions. So I don't want you to write out the user descriptions in handwriting. They need to be typed out. And also, please remember to have these very distinct arrows indicating, for example, if we look at this, we can see that the user here clicked on this option, About Us, and then it opens to the About Us screen. So make sure that when you are creating your two distinct app flows, that it makes sense if the user presses this UI control or some other UI element that it actually corresponds to the next screen that it moves to. So let's go ahead and take a look at this great example, this great wireframe example that you're going to do for your deliverable number 10. So notice that he labels the app flow. This is app flow 1. This is the title. And he has each screen is labeled like such. And then if we go back here for deliverable number 11, UI design patterns and UI elements in my wireframe, we're going to head down to UI design pattern and UI elements for screen 2. So you need to do this for 3 screens in your wireframe. You need to make sure that you indicate what screen it is. And I want you to tell me what UI design pattern you're using, what is the primary navigation, what UI view elements are present in this design pattern, and what UI control elements are present in this design pattern. Once again, if you have any questions about this process, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, good luck with your project number 2, and remember that everything is due on March 19th. Aloha.